of the Denny Park English Reading Show. I'm going to introduce you to The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Getaway by Jeff Kinney. Did you remember we read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 parts in the last video? Yeah, and it's time to read Chapter 8, Friday. Let's read this Friday together and find out what happens. The next morning, Dad went out to get another box of popsicles, and he came back with some news. He said they had drained the whole pool to find a jellyfish, and they were just starting to refill it, but it would be 3 days before it was ready to use. I thought it would be smart for us to hide out in the soup for the rest of the trip, because people would looking for the family who ruined everybody else's holiday. But Mom said we wouldn't gonna spend the rest of our time indoors. She told Dad he should take Manny to the pirate play place. Then she told me to see what activities were planned in the teen zone. I didn't really want to go back out there, but I guess it was better than risking another run-in with the spider. I went down to the teen zone, hoping the activity might be a video game competition or something like that, but the game leader was rounding everyone up to play tennis. At first, I thought it would be turning around, because I wasn't in the mood to get all sweaty. Then I remembered that Rowley plays tennis at his country club, and I thought it might be fun for me to learn, so the two of us could hit some balls around the center. Swack, whap, whap! The leader who was organizing the game was named Rodingo, and he took us over to the tennis courts. I thought Rodingo was going to stay and teach us how to play, but the second we are all through the gate at the tennis court, he locked it. That's when I realized activities were just a way to get kids out of their parents' hair for a few hours. The tennis court was a giant's cage, and we are basically in prison for the next hour and a half. And we couldn't even play tennis anyway, because Rodingo didn't leave us any rackets. He did leave us balls though. There must have been 300 of them in a basket in the middle of the court. At first, kids started to play catch, and it didn't take long for it to turn into a giant free-for-all. I took cover by the fence with some other kids who didn't want to get hit in the face with a tennis ball. But all that did was make us targets. So we started fighting back. Someone figured out to turn on the ball machine, and we used it to defend ourselves. I'm never on the winning side of this kind of thing, and I gotta say, it was actually a lot of fun. But then something came to a searching halt. Some of the kids who were in the corner line the day before recognized me and told everyone it was my family's fault. They had to drain the pool. I explained to everyone that it was a big accident, and that my little brother wanted the jellyfish as a pet. But I guess these guys were mad about the pool situation, and they were happy to have someone to blame. I had to get out of there, but the gate was locked, so the only way to go over was to climb. In present at school, I can't even get up the rock wall they have in the gym. But now they had were on the line and I scared the fence like I was Spider-Man. After I cleared the fence, I ran to the games and leaders building to get help. But Rodrigo was totally useless. I didn't feel safe outdoors anymore, so I ran back to our building. Everybody in my family was in the suit when I got there. We were kind of in a bad spot. I didn't want to leave the room, and Roger couldn't be out in the sun anyway. Mom said maybe we should call off the trip and head it back home a day early. But Dad said we'd paid a lot of money for this trip and we refused to leave the resort until we had at least one decant meal. None of us wanted to eat an outdoor restaurant because of the stupid birds. And we couldn't eat at the golf clubhouse because we didn't have the clothes for it. Just then, there was a loud crash on the other side of the room. The big suitcase that belonged to somebody else was split open on the floor, and there was clothes everywhere. Whoever this suitcase belonged to must have been a family just like us, because there were clothes in the different sizes. But they weren't just beach clothes. They were also the kind of clothes you wear in church or a nice restaurant. I looked at Dad, and I could tell he was thinking what I was thinking. These clothes are all ticket to getting into the golf house. Mom said we didn't feel right about wearing someone else's clothes. But Dad said that after we were done using them, we'd pack everything back up and make sure the suitcase got to the family it belonged to. I think that made Mom feel better. So we started trying things on. The only person who couldn't find clothes that fit was Robert. But Mom said we needed to stay covered up for the sun anyway. So she gave him a bathrobe and a shirt to put on over it. I gotta say, when we step out of our building, we looked pretty sharp. Roger's outfit even worked in its own way. We walked towards the clubhouse, and I kept my eye for any tweens who might recognize me. But we made it to a restaurant without any ruins. This time they let us in, and I had the best meal I've eaten in my whole life. Chew, chew, gobble, smack, chum, chew, chew. After we finished dessert, none of us really wanted to head back to the room, so we had a little fun on putting green first. The truth is my family never has a good time together, so for a second there I could kind of see how this family holidays is supposed to work. But what I learned is that nothing could ever last. The security guard drove up to putting green a golf cart and got out and said we need to come with it. When Dad asked him why, the security guard said that the other family at the restaurant had reported us for wearing their clothes. For a second, we didn't know what to do. Then I remembered what I'd learned back at the airport: when Heffleys get into trouble, Heffleys run. I got into the driver's seat of the security guy's golf cart. My family piled in and we took off, leaving the security guard on the dust. But it turns out the golf cart make a lousy getaway car, especially if you're climbing a hill. The security guard caught up with us less than a minute later, and I don't think he even broke a sweat. I made us go back to the room and hand the suitcase over to the family it belonged to. We also had to return the clothes we were wearing, and I gotta say, it wasn't our proudest moment. Personally, I think the embarrassment should have been punishment enough. But the security guard said that theft isn't tolerated at the resort, and we had to pack our bags and leave the ground immediately. Dad tried to explain what had really happened, but the guy wasn't a listening mood. And once we had all stuff packed, he drove us to the airport himself. When we got to the airport, Dad went to our airplane customer service desk and told them we needed to fly a home day early. But the customer service lady said that all the flights for the day were sold out, and we were just gonna have to wait until the next evening to fly home. That was a problem. Because we didn't have anywhere to stay for the night. Dad called the airport hotel, and they said there was only one room available. So I spent the last night of the holiday in a tiny room. And I had to share a bed with Roderick, who was stinky from popsicle juice. This is the end of the part 8. If you want to read Saturday with me, all you have to do is search like this in the YouTube. Danny Park English Reading Show Diary of a Wimpy Kid Getaway. And don't forget to put a good sign on my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you. See you later. Bye bye.